What's up once again, world? How y'all doing out there? I had to start from the bottom, but I'm here. I had to start my channel all the way over. I'm on a new channel on YouTube. I'm still rocking out on Rumble, the new channel. Well, if you came across it, you know it. But those who haven't, the new channel is just Abu Mariam. Um, you know, Abu Mariam 3 on YouTube. Rumble is still DM3 ENT. And before I get started, bottom line, I'd like to thank everybody for being here watching my video, because you could have been watching anybody else's, but you watching mine. So before everything gets started, let me hit you with the intro.
It doesn't matter what I believe. It only matters what I can prove. So please don't tell me what I know and don't know.
She got me caught up in a moment. She got me caught up in a moment. I only kiss her when she on it. Treat her good, make her call me in the morning.
Yes, let me talk to you. That's the name of this show, and this is how we're going to do. Sometimes I'm going to come with my own original material without no clips. But right now, I'm going to hit you with clips and things that I've seen since the year has ended. You know, it's 2025, and before we left the year, you know, you had that Christmas holiday and all that. And that reminds me, assalamu alaikum to all the believers, peace to everybody else on the earth. And then may everybody just be positive, you know what I'm saying? It's time to get rid of all that negativity and let's move forward. Now, with this first clip, I'm going to hit you with, because I definitely need to, when I seen it, I said, okay, I'm going to speak on this and let people understand something we as Muslim men and as our Muslim sisters, we need to address this and get this right. So here we go with this first one. Here we go.
Feel about dating somebody that's Muslim around the holidays?
I feel like you should still get me something. Even if you're Muslim, you could give it to me a day before, never a day after, but a day before, 2 days before. But I feel like you should still give me something, because this is something that I celebrate. And I'm not going to get you anything because you don't celebrate. But when the Eid comes, I give gifts out.
Right.
Even though I don't celebrate, so I'm not looking for nothing in return. You get what
All right, first and foremost, to all my Muslim brothers and sisters, and I got this crazy thing going out in social media that was going around in 2024, talking about the Muslim police, the haram police, things like that. The one thing y'all got to realize is that when Muslims try to warn other Muslims, I believe you should take it from them as though they're being sincere, trying to help you keep yourself out the hellfire. And with that, I have to say this. I'm not the haram police. I'm trying to do the best I can as a Muslim man. But when I see something that's incorrect, I have to speak upon it, right? And these young ladies, as you see, I don't believe either one of them are Muslim, because they're talking about celebrating Christmas, and Muslims don't celebrate Christmas because that's the birth of Jesus Christ, and Muslims don't celebrate birthdays. We will acknowledge your birthday, but we don't celebrate it. So, as you know, Christmas is a celebration of Jesus's birthday, and Udu Billah. And these women are talking about dating Muslim men, and if they're dating Muslim men, which Muslim men, y'all should not be dating a non-believer. Y'all shouldn't be dating anybody. What it is that you should strive to find a wife, right? And so I say to brothers, if you're doing it, please refrain from that. Leave these non-Muslim women alone. I know, and sisters, this is the thing. It is easier for a Muslim brother to run up to a non-Muslim woman and get with her and go by his desires and get all of these physical things done that his body is yearning for, but he shouldn't be doing that. And you as a sister, help your Muslim brother by, if a Muslim man is prepared to be married, because this is what safeguards us from this type of foolishness. If a Muslim man comes to you and he wants to be married, now he has to cover your qualifications. He has to follow what your father, your uncle, your older brother, or someone in your family that's a makram, meaning a male guardian, and you should be working on being married, because we all understand in Islam, and if I'm incorrect, look it up, and you can leave it in the comments telling me where I didn't get it right. But if I did, alhamdulillah, where if a Muslim man and a Muslim family is pleased with a brother's deen, his way of life Islamically, and he can maintain a household and he can pay his bills, not look like a crazy individual that's homeless, then a sister should get to the point of saying, okay, let's be married. Let's safeguard each other and stop each other from committing sins in the eyes of our creator, which Muslims, we call him Allah. And that's what I had to say with this clip. Brothers, you got to stop dating these non-Muslims. You got to stop it. Sisters, you have to make it easier for brothers to want to marry you, and that way both people can help each other, and you could be doing something good in the eyes of Allah, and you will both be good. So that's that first clip I wanted to put, because then I will go with this. I'm gonna hit you with this other one where another young lady is gonna give you her situation, and here we go.
So as you all know, I am looking for a husband, and I was supposed to be meeting up with someone tonight who I was considering as a potential. And I decided to ask him, what did you want to do tonight? Do you know what he said? He was like, why don't we go to 7-Eleven, get a drink, which is under $1.50, by the way, and go to a park at night. And this would be my first time meeting him this Friday night. I blocked him. No, thank you.
Now, some people may look at that as, oh, that was harsh. And the brother's gonna be like, sister, he trying to save money. But let's forget all that. And let's come correct as Muslims, right? First things first, hopefully the sister was using, like I said earlier, your makram, your guardian, your father, male relative in your family, as the mediator between you and any man wanting to pursue you to be married. This is what should be going on. Now, the brother, when the sister asked her, where are we going? First and foremost, he should have been saying, I'm coming to your family's house, and I'm going to sit down with your family, and I'm going to bring. Now, see, he talking about run to the store, get a little couple things here and there. Now, that should have been something like, I'm gonna bring the refreshments, the snacks, the food, and we will sit down with your family, and we will go over things that you like, I like, what I'm about, who I am, how I'm going to maintain you, protect you, teach you, show affection to you, things of that nature. And this is where, brothers, you got to come that way. You can't be talking about, I'm going to take you to 7-Eleven and get some sodas and some chips, and we're going to go sit in the park. And she said it was nighttime. That's a no, brother. I got a daughter, and I'll be like, yo, no. That brother better not even thinking about taking my daughter to no park. And it's not about the money. It's about it is your intentions of what are you doing? You have to look at it as though when you are trying to marry a sister, it's like going to get a new job at a Fortune 500 company. It's going to be big business. It's going to be lucrative for you. It's going to be lucrative for that business to connect with what you can bring to the situation, and that person bring to the situation. And with that right there, brother, that is not something you should be doing. Not at all. Definitely not. And hopefully the sister learned from just talking to a brother and him talking about taking her to some park at night and going to a 7-Eleven. No. Any future connections, find a brother who said he's going to come to your family's home. He wants to talk to your dad, your mom, the person that's going to be the your guardian, and that's how it should go. Now, you may speak to the individual really quick because, you know, in today's time, people do come across each other. And even in Islam, like I said, if I'm saying something incorrect, correct me in the comments. But I understand that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, for those who don't speak Arabic, that he said you do get the right to look once, then drop your gaze. You do have the opportunity to roll up on a woman and ask them, are they married? And let them know your intention is to marry them. So there's going to be some kind of connection right away before you even get involved with the guardian, the father, the uncles. But immediately after you do that, there should be some kind of plan to meet the family, and you guys map it out from there. It should never be, I'm taking you to some park at nighttime, I'm taking you to some 7-Eleven. That is not cool. That's not something we do in Islam. So with that being said, that's it. We're going to end it with that one. Now, this next video, these are non-Muslims, but this is something that needs to be addressed also. And here we're going to go with this.
$100,000. You eliminated 85% of all men. 85%, that leaves you 15%. Half of that 15% is married. 7.5%. Half of them gay. Or live an alternative lifestyle. Take that down to 3.5%, 4% that you got to choose from. Then you want him over 6 feet, 2%. He can't be obese, 1%. You don't like Sagittarius, Leos, or Cancers. Well, now you at 0.5% of a man that you got to look for. You got to find him, and then he got to like you back. That type of man that makes that type of money has requirements for a woman too that now you have to meet. This is why so many women are struggling that make money when they.
Where it cut off, and he was about to say this is why women are struggling. Now, the struggle has to do with this. Let's put this on a different perspective. I got $500 in my pocket, and I'm walking into a store. And the price tags in these stores, things are $1,000, $2,000, $1,500. But remember, I got $500 in my pocket. If I go in this store, I'm going to leave out with nothing because I only got $500 in my pocket. It's a nice store. Everything's lovely in there. It looks good, smells good, clothes are nice. But I don't have enough money to get anything out of that store. But if I walk down the street to another store where the quality is just as well, the quality is just as nice. The items are things that I like, things that I think of, and things are half the price of what's in my pocket, meaning you got items for $150, items for $200, items for $300, items for $50. So that means I can go into this store and get all of the different items that I need, and I will come out with the store satisfied. Now, why I said this is to balance out what I'm about to say when it comes to young ladies and their choices. You have to look at yourself and say, do I have enough things in my personal self, meaning the way you think, the way you talk, the way you walk, your mannerisms, the way you take care of a home, the way you interact with people? Am I going to be the individual to get all these things that I say I want. Like you want, they always say high value man. I'm not saying high value. I'm just saying that everybody is on their level, and we have to understand what our level is. And then it makes it easier for us to get what we would want and what we need. Because that's the thing. First of all, it's the need, because the man and the woman need to be with each other, work with each other, so that they can do well and keep themselves out of sin, out of problems, out of hardships, and also emotional damage. Because when you by yourself, all type of things go through people's minds, all type of things go through it every day. And you may say, yeah, I can maintain, I'm single, I can live my life the way I want to live it. But it's better to take that journey with someone who's on the same page as you. And this is what you have to do, young ladies. Just adjust what you want. It's like people say, oh, I'm settling. Don't even take it like that. You're settling. What you should take it as though is like that person for you may not be in that store that you can afford to deal with, but you go to another store that's better for you, then you two are going to work out very well. And that's what I'm saying when I say, like this young man is saying, you got to stop looking at men who are a dime a dozen, or not a dime a dozen, very rare to find. And ladies, men, when they know they're rare, they're going to come with a whole bunch of stuff, and you're going to be like, men ain't worth it. Because men who have, like he said, this 1%, this 5% of wealthy men, good-looking men, healthy men, a lot of times they know that they are being approached by many women. So the desires and the temptations are strong. Just like when brothers try to talk to a woman who's very fine and very good looking, and she's always getting likes on Instagram, she's always getting brothers in her DM. It's what it is. And if we start to understand that, we have to start thinking about our choices when we're choosing a mate. And it should be someone you're trying to marry, not just date. I'm telling you, dating is not really where people should be. People should be trying to find a person that they want to be with and build with. And I'm telling you, it'll be much better that way. So that's what I had to say, having to do with that clip. Now, getting back on the Islamic side of things, Muslim brother wanted to tell a story about Muhammad Ali and his daughter, and to me, it makes sense. So I definitely want it to be clicked up and people to see it and hear it. Here we go.
She was wearing provocative clothes, so he didn't admonish her.
We're gonna go back. It was a little ahead of his time. Ahead of the video, let's go.
Muhammad Ali gives a story that many of you may have heard. He has a daughter, I think her name is Jinnah. He went to visit his daughter. He noticed that she was wearing provocative clothes. So he didn't admonish her. He kissed her, he hugged her, they talked and whatever it is. And then at a certain point he says, my daughter, I just want to remind you, the value of diamonds, we know that, right? But where are they? They're in the earth. They have to be dug out of the earth. They're not laying on top of the earth. And what about pearls? They're not floating in the water. You know, they have value, intrinsic value, but they're not floating on the water where you can just go reach out there. Somebody has to dive very deep for those pearls. All these things of value, they're hidden. You have to make effort to see them or to acquire them. So he says, your value, your integrity, your reputation is more valuable than diamonds and gold and pearls. So, daughter, don't make it so easily seen and so easily accessible.
Hopefully you understood what the Imam was saying. And like Muhammad Ali, like he said, he came in a better way. He didn't come to a beat down on his daughter, saying how she was dressed inappropriately. What he did was made made her understand that things of value are not seen by everyone. Things of value, or if you want them, you have to strive to get them. And what young ladies have to start realizing is that every man should know how God created you and blessed you with all of your adornments and beauty. That should be for that special individual that you call your husband. And same thing with him. He shouldn't show everything that he's got to women that aren't his wife, that is not his wife. And if people understand that, that's going to make life and society run in a better way, because if a person doesn't know that you have money, then they're not going to scheme on you to get your money. Same thing if your wife is beautiful, but men don't know your wife is beautiful, they're not concerned, or they're not jealous of you because of your wife's beauty, because your wife keeps herself covered to the level of, you don't need to see me, you're not my man. And this is how people should be thinking, especially now that it's 2025. Time never goes backwards. Time only going forward. And you should learn from those that has come before you, to know that if they went through a hardship being half naked and not being in a more modest way, then you should say to yourself, I should be the same. And when I'm with my husband, then I can be as sexy as I want to be, right? And that's how things should be. And this brings me to another clip and another video that I've seen of these young ladies. I don't know if they're Amish, but I definitely know they're conservative young ladies. They're very, I guess, whatever religion they follow, very very modest, very humble. And I want you to hear what they have to say, and then I want to chime in. Here we go.
The black woman knew, like, you don't gotta wear wigs to be beautiful. You don't have to wear eyelashes to be beautiful, like eyebrows. Like, you don't need all that. You're beautiful, like, just the way you are. And that's not black girl magic either. Black girl magic is natural. Like, it looks way better.
Yeah. I also think that they've talked themselves into, and they can't talk themselves out of, I think they know that being natural and being with no makeup and all this stuff is beautiful, but they've been told and they've been shown, like, this is beautiful.
They've just been
so
shown
they can't
over
get
and over.
And they
their
just want
mind
to
off
fit
of
in.
it.
They just want to fit in.
That's true. I mean, that's what everybody's doing.
Definitely. Like you said, that's what everybody's doing. But yeah, that's just human nature, where people see other people do something and they want to do it too. And sometimes it just becomes subliminal. It's like similar when you're in a crowded theater or a basketball game and someone yells out, he's got a gun. And people start running. Person may not even have one, but you see everybody else running, so you run. So we are similar to, the sheep. Whatever's leading, the sheep follow. And sometimes like I tell my children, you have to be a wolf. You can roll with the pack, but you also can roll by yourself. And that's the thing that men and women have to start doing. And what the young ladies say, every last woman is a beautiful woman in her own way. She does not need all these fake adornments. She does not need to cake her face with makeup. She does not have to go and get body enhancements. You can go to the gym, you work out, you get things tight and right the way you want them, but you can be as natural as possible. And I know you women keep hearing brothers say, I want a natural woman, I want a natural woman. But then sisters be like, oh, well, y'all keep chasing the girls with the BBLs. You keep chasing the women with the big booties. That's animalistic desires that, these men are doing. That's something that's built in us, but that's not truly what we want. That's a desire that's animalistic. And I don't think you want a man who's an animal. You want a man who's intelligent, a man who's a gentleman, a man that's going to love you and maintain your lifestyle and protect you. So when you see men that chase after fakeness, That's not what you want. So you should want to be as natural as possible so that you get a man in his true natural state of being a protector, a provider, a maintainer, a teacher, someone who's going to nurture you like a flower and not eat you up like a rabid dog, you know? So definitely, women, y'all are beautiful as you are. You don't need all those things. And I definitely wanted to add that video and tell you that. And hopefully everybody's listening and going to try to do bigger and better things, you know. Now, me being a Muslim man, and I'm very humble when I'm trying to find a wife, trying to be with the one I'm supposed to be with. But the reason I don't trip and go crazy when I try to speak to a woman and she doesn't give me the time of day, or I'm not with somebody at the moment, is because there is a thing in Islam where we understand something. And I'm going to let the brother explain it, and then I'll come back. Here we go.
It says, wicked men are for wicked women, good men are for good women. So with this knowledge that you attract who's on your wavelength, and I want to get married within like a year or two, inshallah, then this is like a mini test right now. Can I stay away from every single vice of mine? Can I work harder? Can I get up for Fajr and hit my prayers on time? It's like this mini test to go to like the ultimate vibration of man that God created me to be able to get to, and then get the highest quality woman possible.
So as you listen and you heard him, what did he say? Wicked men for wicked women, righteous men for righteous women. So you are going to attract who you are, right? And you know how when young ladies be like, men ain't shit, right? In actuality, you saying that you not shit because you attracting what you are, you know. And those who are they look at themselves and say, well, I got this, I got that. I'm this educated, I'm that educated. Those are just adornments and parts of you, but your true inner self, there's some problems. So you have to do some self-evaluation and get yourself to a point where be what you want. You want, like you said, you want a righteous man, then you gotta be a righteous woman. You want a man who don't cheat, then you got to be a person that don't cheat, right? So that goes for brothers. You want your wife to be faithful and only think of you, then you got to keep your eyes on the prize of your wife and stop looking at every other brother that move. Especially like Muslim brothers, if you ain't got your stuff together, you got one wife and you just barely making it, just be with your one wife. Stop worrying about, yeah, it's a part of the sunnah, the way of the prophet to have more than one wife, but you can't afford to do that, so don't do it. Leave it alone. You know, rock out with the one that's with you, and if y'all can have a good life and everything's good, and then you get to a point where you making lots of falus, lots of money, and then you and your wife come to an agreement to say, hey, okay, we can bring another wife into the fold, then that's when you do it. But just be that person that you want to be with. Be that good person and you'll get someone good, God willing, and Islamically, inshallah. That's what will happen. But so I just had to, drop all these different clips and explain this because I'm trying to, this year, man, I'm trying to talk about positive things, try to give solutions to stuff. I ain't trying to just be like, oh, women ain't this, men ain't that. Oh, men don't want to get married. Women, they taking your taxes for child support, all this other stuff. Now we want to talk about positive reinforcements and good things that's going on out here, and that's how things should be. Now, before I bounce, I just want to say one thing: this show is not sponsored by nobody. But I'm gonna give a shout out. It should pop on the screen in a minute now, of my friend. If you're anywhere in the South Carolina area, North Carolina, near the Charlotte area, and you into fish tanks, anything aquatic, then go check this show out in February. It should be on the screen right now. But now getting back to what I was saying, everybody just do better in 2025, 2020 is what 2025. Let's keep it live. Now, before I get out of here, every time I come across a poet, a person who rocks poetry and stuff, I'm gonna try to throw it up here. And this young lady, I follow on Instagram, and she be doing her thing. So I just want to leave you with this before I get out of here.
I want to be in love on purpose. Like, I don't want to fall. I want to make sure I don't give you no reason to trip. I want to give you full confidence to call. I want to know that this was a decision made with full intention, made with all privileges and made with your precision. I want to make sure that I check myself before you have to. I want to start with full hearts that don't have to be fixed, so this is a love that we can just add to. I don't want to fall in love. I want to rise in it. I want the type of love that give you good posture, the type of love that holds your pride in it. That type of love that just make you stand tall. I want to be in love on purpose. I don't really think I want to fall.
Real nice. So with all that, rock out with me, people. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Be the first person to subscribe to my new channel. Pass it on. Let other people know about it. I'm trying to, blow it up and do good things this year and build. And if you want to support the channel, it's going to be at the end of the clip. And everybody be good. Till the next time we see each other, be blessed. Peace.
Women are born at the top of the mountain. Men are born in the valleys around it. A man is judged on how high he climbs. A woman is judged on how far she falls. Men have much to gain. Women have much to lose. A man has to prove his worth. A woman has to preserve her worth. Masculinity is built and femininity is preserved.